All right, well, up next, Brazil just enacted disturbing hate speech laws that crack down on speech against the LGBT community, and some progressive commentators and media are cheering this kind of Orwellian development.
In a 9-1 ruling, Brazil's Supreme Court has ruled that homophobic hate speech is now punishable by prison. The ruling puts homophobic hate speech at the same legal level as racist hate speech, which was already punishable by prison in the country. This comes the same week as we got news that a woman in California was murdered because she displayed a pride flag. And yet police and the local police department have said that they're not sure if they can categorize that crime as a hate crime. When you don't categorize hate for what it is, it allows it to spread.
So, as you noticed with that TikToker, she seems to be suggesting that this is somehow a sign that Brazil is more sophisticated or advanced than the United States. It's actually the opposite. But she wasn't alone. Pink News, the left-wing LGBTQ media outlet, called this fantastic news in a tweet thread reporting on the news and heralding it as a positive development. Nope, not great news. It's actually kind of insane and Orwellian. Look, I'm a gay man, and obviously I think homophobia is wrong. But I don't want to live in a world where the government is locking people up for the things they say. No social justice cause is important enough to set that kind of precedent or enable that kind of government overreach. Who gets to decide what's hateful anyway, or what's anti-LGBTQ, or what's homophobic? Because it seems like those words are entirely subjective, and frankly, just about everything gets labeled as some form of bigoted now when progressives suddenly decide they no longer agree with it. I've literally seen people argue that the fact that I wouldn't date somebody who has a vagina is transphobic. Should I go to jail for just saying that now on my YouTube channel, on my podcast? Apparently, Pink News thinks so, and some other progressives are on board with this. I just find it batshit insane, to be honest, and find it really disturbing that anyone who calls themselves progressive or liberal would ever support something like this. It's so short-sighted, too, because when you actually fail to protect minority viewpoints or dissident speech in a society, that's actually not a progressive outcome at all. To understand why, just go back and look at the history of the gay rights movement. I mean, the initial people advocating for gay rights were viewed as fringe and radical, as hateful or extreme by the most of society. If they had been locked up or imprisoned for speaking out, we would not have had the progress and the widespread acceptance of LGBT that we have today. But this time, they're 100% sure they're right about everything, so we can go ahead and lock up the bad people with the bad ideas and the bad speech. Sorry, but count me and any sane-thinking LGBT person out of this insane movement.